Hello, my name is George Farrelly. I have been a GP in Tower Hamlets for 23 years, serving the community of Bow. I'm making this video to raise concerns about the government policy to do away with GP practice boundaries. In September 2009, the then Secretary of State for Health, Andy Burnham, gave a speech at the King's Fund in which he promised to abolish GP practice boundaries within a year and to make it possible for an English resident to register with a GP practice of his or her choice anywhere in England. He said that this policy would transform a good NHS into a great NHS. As a GP, I was bewildered by what he had to say, and in some ways it did not make any sense. In my everyday working experience, I knew that much of what I did was possible because our practice was located in the community which we served, that we were readily accessible to our patients, and that they were readily accessible to us should we need to visit them at home. Moreover, we struggled to register all the local residents who wanted to register with us, and so really had no way of taking on additional patients who lived outside our area. We have also had ample experience with patients who have moved away but have continued to use us as their GPs. We have found that looking after patients living at a distance from us only works for people who are well, mobile and organized. When they become ill, it does not work. We have had one premature death in this situation and a number of unsafe situations. So we are firm in asking patients who are moving away to get a local GP as soon as they can. I have followed the development of this policy over the past 5 years, and I started a blog as a personal protest. What I have noticed is this. The proponents of this policy, the politicians and the entrepreneurs and the planners at the Department of Health and NHS England, make claims for the policy which are often exaggerated or unfounded, and they fail to mention the risks and costs inherent in the model. Furthermore, they seem to be unaware of how general practice works, its ecology. I have struggled over these 5 years to articulate the problem we face and to get through the spin. I've come across two metaphors which I think helps cut through the noise. One of them is this box. It's a golden box, looks quite nice, and you might think there's some nice chocolates in it or something. But essentially my idea is this. There are a number of claims made for this thing. This policy. Your choice of GP practice anywhere in England. A busy mum needs flexibility. She may want to register at a practice near her children's school. And so on. And there are a variety of different excerpts from claims made by the Department of Health and the politicians for this policy. But as a GP, much of it is either half-truths or actually doesn't work at all. So what I think you need to do is, when you're thinking about this, is realize that there are labels, there's the spin, there's the claims on the box, on the outside of the box, but what is actually in the box? That's what's important. What is in the box? The other metaphor, so to speak, is this. This is an equation. I don't know if you can see it, but essentially what it says is this. 5 plus 3 plus 47 plus 33 plus 17 equals 8. Now, almost everybody will realize that that actually is not true. It doesn't add up. Well, it does if you do this. If you cover up these numbers, 5 plus 3 equals 8. That's true. And in essence, that's what the Department of Health and the politicians have been doing. They cover up the numbers and then they try to sell you this product. But in fact, unfortunately, in the real world, we are stuck with all these numbers. We can't pick and choose. So we have to somehow or other work out what the real sum is, what the truth is. I'm going to provide a series of short videos like this one to highlight the problems and to try to cut through the spin. Why is this important? Good quality general practice is a national treasure, but it is under very significant strain at the moment. We need some clear-headed thinking about what is needed to raise the standard of practices across the board so that everyone in England has access to good quality care that is adequately resourced. This is important, adequately resourced. At the moment, it's not adequately resourced. I believe that this policy is a case study in how not to plan healthcare. It is muddle-headed, not thought out, misleading, at times dishonest, and at times very, very stupid. How could this have been left to happen over the past 5 years? Is this really acceptable? I don't think so, and it makes me very angry.